Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Welcome to a new season of Living Beyond Limits, where we wind down
and level up
together.
So what are we talking about today, Sharice?
We're talking about two things today: our goals and what we want for the future for Living Beyond Limits going forward, and also our, I guess, perspectives. We want to share some perspective of how we acknowledge that we may not be the only face, or how our experiences are different when it comes to cerebral palsy. So we want to shed some light on that today.
Yeah. So where you want to start? You want to start
with the goals first?
The goals, okay.
Okay. So what do we want to do for 2024 going forward?
With Living Beyond Limits?
Yeah.
We did talk about it in length recently.
Yeah.
I think we shared some, like we want to bring on some guests.
We do. A lot more guests. Like, we literally planned out, like, the entire season.
Yes, we did. So
if any of our family or friends are watching this, you're coming on the show.
Yes, you might not know, but now you know.
What else do we talk about? I think we also talked about, like, we're sharing more experiences in terms of, like, what videos people want to see.
Yes.
Apparently you guys want to see, like, fitness things, which is interesting because I'm not really a fitness person.
Me either. But 2024, we are trying new things.
Yes,
new things.
We are. I do need to be more active, so it'll be good.
Yes. So we're gonna work on recording ourselves in some way while we work out, either at home together.
And you guys have also seen, like, we've been, like, taking up karate. Like, we don't have footage of karate, but, like, I think we did a poll, and it was like, oh, what new thing is Charlene and Sharice doing? And it's karate. So we are being active in some way.
So we might not be able to take you to the karate classes, but we could definitely show you maybe in my home. Yeah. Some of our karate moves and what we're learning.
That'd be cool.
So that'd be cool. I know that you all know that we're driving. Yes. Or we're in the process of getting our license.
Yeah.
So
we can take them for a class.
Yeah, a class or two. Maybe if we go to the gym, we'll try to record some of that working out.
And I think maybe, like, some cooking, or maybe just things we, like, do around the house. Like, I don't know if you guys are curious about that, like, chores and stuff. I know, like, our Instagram is, like, very active, so maybe we could, like, record some videos for you guys to, like, see, and then maybe we could react to it too. Like, we could film it and then show you guys, like, us explaining certain things, so that would be some good things for Living Beyond Limits.
Yeah. Maybe some traveling if we travel.
Yes, we love to travel.
Yes.
So
we're thinking about traveling together at least once this year. So
we're currently, like, trying to figure out where we want to go. So once we do, we will take you guys there with us
and show you, like, the process of getting there and the types of transportation we take and how we maneuver that, and then how it is when we get there, and the differences that we experience being in one city, or another, or country to another. So we can show you that too.
That'll be exciting for them to see.
I think I definitely want to backtrack to, like, the guests we're gonna have, about, like, the different perspectives that we want to discuss with them. We're gonna have on some of our friends that have been our friends for a while, and I think it's really important to get their perspectives.
Yeah, some of our friends who also have disabilities as well, different disabilities from our own, so it'll be good to have, like, those perspectives as well. And then some of our friends who don't have, physical disabilities or anything like that, and maybe just have them share their perspective on what it's like to be friends with us, or things they've learned throughout the time of being our friends and things like that. And then our family.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Our
families on, our parents on, our siblings on, cousins on.
Who's, like, basically known us from birth, and how their perspectives also, like, differ from the friendships ones. So that'll be very cool. I'm very excited for the new season.
Yes.
We'll be very busy.
Yes.
And
I think we also talked about doing some community stuff.
Yes.
With Living Beyond Limits.
Yeah, you know, me and Charlene, we want to be like activist people.
Yes, yes. Big activists
So
for the world of disabilities and mental health in general.
Yeah.
So we would like to take Living Beyond Limits on the road.
Yes.
And maybe that'll be a series either this year or next year, and we'll show you the the community things we're doing and the workshops that we want to start doing.
Yes, I have so many ideas. I'm so excited to share. And if you guys have like any ideas of like where we could outreach or where we could help the community in any way, just let us know. You know, we will look into it and see how we could be, of help.
Yeah.
And then take you with us to go check it out.
We definitely want to be a voice, so if you definitely share some opportunities, we definitely will be open to exploring if we can be a part of it.
Yeah.
So please share your thoughts and your any connections you might have.
And that'll be good. That's exciting. So many new things. So yeah, we're gonna have. I think we'll have maybe more content this season than we did last. So it'll be fun.
Yeah. And as always, please share
Yes.
your thoughts for
yes.
episodes, any questions. If you want to come on the episodes, we're always willing to have people on with questions or their perspective. And I think that takes us into the next part of what we want to talk about. We were kind of reviewing our videos over the last year, and I think we talked about, and one thing we realized was we might have portrayed some of the episodes as not intentionally. Yeah. I need to say
it's more like I think we realized like we are able to do a lot more things in comparison to people that have other disabilities that may have more limitations.
Yes.
And so it's we kind of want to shed some light to it because it's like we have to kind of share a perspective of how can they do it differently and still be able to accomplish all these things, and it doesn't even have to be in the way that me and Charlene do it.
The way you can find happiness and fulfillment in life doesn't have to look like ours, and ours is not the only way that people with disabilities accomplish things. It doesn't have to be on the same scale at all. And we don't want to minimize or make less than your experience. You see, your experience is not just as important or special. We understand that sometimes we can be looked at as the outliers in the disability community, and a lot of people with disabilities cannot do what we can do, and we want to acknowledge that and kind of apologize if that's the way it came off.
I hope like no one is like offended or is like, oh, but what about this or what about that? And that's why we want you guys to like share in the comments of like certain topics you want us to share, because we're sharing from like our experiences, how we lived our lives, how we were raised, and so we understand that many others may not have had the same opportunities that we have had.
Yes.
To really be where we are today. So we do apologize. Yes. And yeah, like I said, if you have anything that you want to share, that you want us to have a share perspective on the platform, like we are more than happy to answer any questions or just share a perspective on how to do things. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't. I hope that people didn't take it as we're kind of limiting our content to a certain way of doing things, way of living when it comes to the disability community, because it doesn't. We don't all look the same.
And we're not saying that you have to achieve what we have or what we are achieving to be enough. Like however you find happiness and fulfillment, that's how you find it. And I think our platform is just encouraging people with disabilities to find happiness, find fulfillment, find worth in a way that is realistic and meaningful for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to look like the way we have found happiness and fulfillment. And we just share our experiences, hopefully to be an encouragement, but not be an encouragement to be like us per se.
Yeah.
But be an encouragement in a way that can be that you can be an encouragement to yourself and to others. Yeah. It doesn't have to look like our story.
No. And I think like no one should be ashamed of wanting to or having to do things differently. Obviously, like that's just how our life has to be. And so if we do things differently, it's okay. Like, you know, you just have to do it in a way that makes you feel comfortable, and at least you still got it done like everybody else, you know. So yeah, I think even like sometimes when I tell people about my disability, there are people that will Google it but then get surprised because maybe the picture that they see on the definition in Google doesn't look like what I have going on, you know, because I think when you Google the definition of CP, it's a girl in a wheelchair, like that's it, and then it just explains. Um, but people don't realize there are people in wheelchairs, but there are also people in crutches and people walkers and people who don't use ability aids at all. So um it's just we need to shed more light on that, like how big of a spectrum not only what CP how CP can be, but just how the disability community is.
Yeah, and that's one reason why we decided to bring on a lot of guests because we want to show the variety of disabilities that exist. We don't want people to feel like we're only targeting one type or a few types. There are many types out there. And I think our goal is just that whatever you're experiencing on whatever level that you find fulfillment in you and you find happiness in you, um, and you find purpose in you, however that looks. Whether that looks like, being extremely independent or having two caregivers around the clock, like whatever it looks like for you. We just want you to be happy. With who you are. And if you're not, it's okay because living this life on any spectrum is not easy.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, and we want you to know that like we're here to like talk to and mentor you and encourage you, even if we can't change the situation. Yeah, but we can listen and we can understand. Yeah, on some level.
Yeah. Actually, that reminded me of when me and my family went to Jamaica. I did see someone with a disability. He was a wheelchair user, and he came with his helpers, with his home health aide. He had two. They helped him travel here when we were taking the shuttle bus to transfer from the airport to the resort. He was on there. Um, and then they helped him off. They helped him to the hotel. He came to all the resort parties. He had a great time. He even did karaoke. He came up there, did karaoke. Like, he looked very, very happy. He just had to do it differently. He brought the helpers, you know. And, you know, it's a lot of, obviously, it was a lot of planning and a lot of work for him to do that. And his wheelchair wasn't just like a manual wheelchair. It was the power wheelchairs. So it was hard, but he followed us everywhere because even part of the resort they planned like a day trip. So you go to three different places in Jamaica. So we went to the beach. We went to like one of their like where they go to the bar and listen to music. And then we went to like one of their convenience stores and where they sell stuff on the street. Like he did everything. He just brought, you know, his helpers with him, and obviously like he needed certain preparations, but he was there. And so I think it opens your mind up to like just because someone's life is this way doesn't mean that they have to limit themselves to the way that they're living. It's just they need extra stuff, and it just means you need extra planning, and that's okay. That's okay too. Because there was one point in my life I didn't even think I would even be able to travel like that.
Yeah, me too.
And now I'm always outside.
We always outside. I love being outside.
But it just once you get the hang of it, once you do it for the first time, it's okay. Here's what worked for me. Here's what didn't. What do we have to do better this time to make it more comfortable? And also biggest thing is communication. Like, if you are going with someone, how should they help you? You know, what do they need to do to make the transportation okay, or like, do you need to get like specific arrangements? It's okay, because it's just all part of it. And if they want to go with you on the trip, then you know they'll be willing to do it for you, and then you'll have the best time. But yeah, I remember that. I'll never forget that. And he had the best time. He was so excited.
And I think that's what Living Beyond Limits is about. You know, it's not about trying to be like me or Sharice or anybody we bring on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's about, like, no matter your experience, like, fighting for that happiness. Yeah, I think because when you have a disability of any array, like, you feel very depressed. You feel there are times you feel really hopeless.
Yeah.
And it puts you in a box. You know, I could never travel. I could never have a partner. I could never, you know, have friends, for example. And there are, like Cherie said, there are ways that you can figure it out. And I'm not saying spend millions of dollars, but you know, like, if like going to the park makes you happy, and you feel like your disability, because it's physical or mental or both, like, you can't do that. Like, I think Living Beyond Limits wants to encourage you, like, there's always a way. Find a way. Find people. There are people that support you. You know, there's agencies that support you. And even if you can't walk or talk or move much, sitting in that park with that sun, like, it changes your perspective of life, and you deserve that. You know, and I think that's what Living Beyond Limits really wants to encourage people to do.
And it's as long as you have like encouragement to want to do it, like, you know, if you feel like this is what you really want to do, you can get people to help. You can look for ways to help, and then we will be able to even provide any resources that we have as well. Like, you know, but when you see the motivation and the will for people to want to do these things, it's like they get it done. Like, I want to do this, and they go after it. You know, one of my new clients for some time back, he has autism, but he's in his like late 30s, but his mental state is like maybe like 16 or 15 years old. But he just came into my office and he was like, "Listen, miss, I just want a job. And I want to be a grocer." Like, he just kept repeating, "I want to be a grocer. I want to make money so I could take my girl." He wants a girlfriend. So he wants to go on dates, and something like that just reminded me of, like, he did not care what his state was like. He was just like, "Yeah, I want a job. I want
to find that happiness."
All he wanted to, he was like, "Yeah, I know a grocery store by my neighborhood already. I just want to go in and apply."
Okay, that's good.
And so it's like, when you see that, you see that people want things, you go ahead and you do it. You know, he may not be your average 30-something-year-old, but the fact that he just wants to do that because he wants a relationship and he wants to take a girl out on a date and like buy her things shows the encouragement he has to like want to actually go out and do something.
Yeah.
And even he has like a medical coordinator. She says he's very involved in like yoga, swimming, the program that he's in. Like, they do all sorts of activities. So, you know, like, I think the world is created today where it allows you to do so many different things. The only thing is that we just need people to provide us with the knowledge of it, know where it is, and if you actually just really want to go out there and do it.
Yeah.
Because you have to want it, you know. And so if you want it, it pushes you to want to go out there and do it.
Or find the people that want to help motivate you.
Yeah. That's a big one, because sometimes maybe you don't have it within yourself. But if you have a good circle around you who's just like, "I found this and I think it'll be great for you, or it'll be a great opportunity," take it. Because they were probably thinking about you because they wanted you to have more. They wanted you to do more, and they saw that you wanted that, but maybe you got lost in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't feel like you had the will to want to do it, you know?
And if you don't have anybody, now you have two people.
Exactly.
And we don't want you to feel like you can't reach out to us because you don't want to achieve what we have achieved, or you can't. Like, you can just call us and say, hey, Charlene, it's like, I've always wanted to work in a store, and I just don't know where to start. And and we can definitely help you and help you find those connections. You don't have to be like us to be enough.
Yeah,
you could be just who you are,
and that's
and
okay.
and that's okay.
That's okay.
And we can support you, and we want to support
you. At one point, we was very lost too.
Definitely.
But it just takes time to kind of like learn everything. It's okay, and I feel like we're still learning as we go as well. 100%. Every day I learn about a new gadget Charlene has.
You teach me too. You teach me some new stuff too.
So you just keep going, and once you get open to new things, you're like, oh, I have to try it. And when you do, and it works, it's like, oh, this is exciting. I can finally do something. So yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to touch base about that, and if anybody was feeling offended or feeling like we weren't highlighting who you were, we apologize. And we're definitely gonna we have a plan.
Yes.
To highlight more
things.
To talk about more things.
Yeah. I think even when we talk about the guests, like we talked about the different disabilities they have, so it's exciting for them to see that.
And if anybody has been watching us and they've been feeling like they want to come on and share their experience, please DM us, message us, and we will work it out. We'll get you on.
Share your story. But yeah, we'll have many more episodes to come for different, more perspectives. It might be a little crazy, but it'll be fun. There's gonna be laughs. There's gonna be lots of stories, and we can't wait to share them with you guys.
We're looking forward to an exciting season. And please remember, continue to always share your thoughts, your questions, your ideas with us. You are our family, and we definitely want to bring you in through your questions and your opinions. So please share. And we do want to start reminding people to always like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, I noticed we haven't been saying that as much, but please do. It really helps the channel and the podcast.
Yes, and we really want to touch as many countries and cities, people around the world. So when you like and you share and you subscribe, it really does help people connect and help people find community, when they didn't have it.
Yeah.
So please like, share, and subscribe.
For sure. Thank you so much for the support.
Yes, we love you. You are our family.
And I guess that's it, right?
Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.